to every business?
I mean, there's a lot of reasons. I think there is a teacher within each one of us. I don't even like to call it blogging. I think the question really is, why is it important that every employee of a company and every company is viewed as a teacher? And the moment that we just start to change the words that we use, people start to see it differently. So if you say to somebody, why is it important that you're a teacher of what it is that you do? It starts to become a lot more obvious. First of all, you're going to get, if you produce a lot of content that teaches well, Google and the search engines reward the teacher. Simple as that. That's number one, more visitors. Number two, people trust, therefore reward the teacher. And so if somebody comes to my website and they spend, and I have people that will spend hours on my site. That's because it's a teaching site. What will the trust level be at the end of that 1 or 2 or 3 hours? 3 years ago, before I started blogging or teaching, and I have a couple different companies, but I'll tell you about my swimming pool company. I had 20 pages on that website. 20 pages. Today, the site is 850 pages. The average customer that buys a pool reads 100 pages of the site. 100. So what was happening 3 years ago when we were at 20 pages? It's pretty obvious. They were being left unfulfilled. And because of that, they didn't view us as a teacher. They didn't view us as a thought leader. The trust level wasn't as high. The closing rates weren't as high because when they don't trust you, they get more quotes from other companies. It just goes on and on and on. Our sales cycle went way down. It's unbelievable. I mean, I could literally talk all day about the power of content and teaching in any organization, in any niche, in any industry. The problem is, most industries like to think they're the exception to the rule, and it's baloney.
So what would you say to my team who don't think they've got anything to contribute?
Okay, let's say, talking about your team specifically.
Or any team, really. A member of the staff.
Yeah, but your team. First of all, always the first question is, how many questions do they get a day? Phone, email, face-to-face. Every one of those questions they get from a prospect or a client, that needs to be written about. If somebody has asked the question, you can guarantee yourself it's been asked at least 1,000 times online. At least 1,000 times. Somebody needs to hear that. But not only do they need to hear that, the people on your team need to start to develop a relationship of trust with the prospects sooner. So like, every company has to go in and sell stuff. So trust has to come sooner or later. The sooner it comes, the better off you're going to be, the higher closing rates are going to be, the easier it's going to be. Like, so many companies spend the first 10, 15, 20 minutes of a face-to-face meeting getting to know, building trust. That should have already happened. They should have happened through the teachings that are found within your content, mainly your website. Just like, let's say you have someone in your company that's going to meet with a client. They've never met them. They should have a video that has them talking about what it is that they do, that they send to that person beforehand. Cool. If they do that, the meeting is going to feel totally different because the person will check it out first. They should have a photo, a video, and they should have some type of bio that they get to read first, where they'll be able to say, oh, okay, so, hi, Jeff. Thanks for meeting with me today. I saw on your bio that you've got 3 kids. I got 3 kids. I noticed that you went to, I don't know what it's, Cambridge or whatever you call it, college, whatever college you got over there in the UK, I don't know. And so I used to have, this is no lie, when I was a swimming pool guy, we had so much content and video and teaching them. I would knock on a door and I would hear screams, Marcus is here, Marcus is here. I had people open the door and wives, mothers, hug me. Hug me. I've never seen this person. They open the door and they hug me. And they say, Marcus, I've been reading your stuff for 3 days. Oh my goodness, I've watched all your videos. Now, there's nothing special that I did. It's not because, I'm particularly cool or handsome. It's available to any person that is willing to become a great teacher in their field. But great teachers teach. And the only way to do that online is by producing content. The only way to produce content is through text or video, which means we've got to have a team effort here. But when teams buy in, magic happens within the company, but within the individual as well. The individual becomes so much more valuable. It's great.
Marcus, that's great. Thanks very much.
Thank you, man.
Cheers.
Have a good one.
You too.